Good evening, friends. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just here to remind you that who you are is powerful. I'm just here to remind you to allow your light to shine through. The light within you is waiting to be released, to shine and to shine bright. The world needs it. You that is listening to this, I'm talking to you. Allow your light to shine through. The light is already there, honey. The light is already there. And it has always been there. So allow it to shine through, baby. Yes, you. A lot of people have forgotten this, that they are the light. But we really are. And I'm just here to serve as a reminder that now is the time to allow your light to shine through. And one thing you can do to sort of release your light is to show more gratitude. Gratitude, the state of gratitude, is one of the most highest state you can be in, if not the highest state. So you just have to get out of the way, show more gratitude, which then serves as a opening for your light to burst out. Does that make sense? Gratitude is very, very powerful. And this is nothing new. You already know this. If you're listening to this message, you already know this deep within your core. And many, many people before me have said this time and time and again. But it could have been you were not quite ready to receive the message. Hopefully now, because you're listening to this, means that you are ready to receive the message. Show more gratitude. It's perhaps the easiest way, or one of the easiest way, to allow your light to shine through. And the more gratitude you show, the more grateful you are, the more appreciative you are, the more things there are to be appreciative of. And there's just something about you being in a state of gratitude that sort of switches on the dimmer switch, allowing your light to burst out. Just do this every day, I promise you. You don't need much. Even if you can't think of much to be grateful for, just one thing a day. Honestly, just think of one thing a day for you to be grateful for. Like the mere fact that you're alive in this physical human is a miracle on its own. The mere fact you're breathing right here and now is miraculous on its own. And that's one thing you can be grateful for. Honestly, just try it. You don't need much, just one thing. One thing to be grateful for. You don't need to think about a whole list of things to be grateful for. Just start with one thing. And before you know it, you're grateful for everything. You find the positive in things. And it's not necessarily the positive that you find. You don't find it, you see it basically. You basically open up your heart to see the wonderfulness, if you like, of this human life. And I would encourage you to write it down, whatever you're grateful for and the reason why you're grateful for. So don't just say, oh, I'm grateful for X, Y, Z, which is great on its own, but to sort of be anchored in this state of gratitude, it helps to write out the reason why you're grateful for. So I'm grateful for X, Y, Z because of 1, 2, 3, if you like. I've been doing, gratitude journaling for a while now. I go through phases where I'm consistent with it, I'll be honest. And phases where I sort of dwindle out of it. But I always get pulled back to it. Because the more consistent I am with showing gratitude, the more positive things I attract in my life. The more grateful you are, the more things there are for you to be grateful for. Because what you give your attention to grows, what you focus on grows. That's a fact, If you start, think of a red car. If you start thinking about a red car, all you see are red cars everywhere. That's how it works. So allow the fruit of gratitude to grow in your heart, because that serves as an opening to let your light out, which the world needs. The world needs your light. The world is craving and yearning for your light to shine upon it. You that I am speaking to, you that is listening to this recording, this message is for you. Allow your light to shine through. Another way to do this is to, when was the last time you've told a loved one, a family member, that you appreciate them? Not just the quick passing by, the quick sort of thank you, or I love you, which has just become habit. You say it because you've said it so many times, but the meaning behind it is sort of weak, if you like. But if you want to go back to solidifying this meaning behind why you love someone, why you appreciate someone, write a letter for them. Write a letter for them, and I promise you would make their day, and you would feel better in yourself as well, because your light will be shining through. Because your light is shining upon them, they then use that as a releasing for their light to shine through. This even works even if you don't send a letter to the person, because the act of just being in the state of gratitude alone is enough. Because some people might feel as if they're not quite ready to be vulnerable, if you like. So I say that in quotation, because that's what I'm asking for you. Be vulnerable, pour out your heart, tell a loved one why you appreciate them. Write it down in words as well. And if you feel called to, you can send it to them. But like I've said, even if you don't send it to them, the fact that you've allowed yourself to be in that field of gratefulness, that field of appreciation, that field of gratitude alone is enough. And like I say, we all communicate first in a vibrational level, in a frequency level. And people will sense that in you. They will. And because they sense this openness in you, they sense your light shining through, they're more likely to come to your assistance. They're more likely to help you. They're more likely to give you a helping hand. Because, we all communicate in a vibrational level first. We've been doing this from the very first day we were born. But, as we went through life, as life happened, you sort of forgot your light. You dimmed your light because of situations that have happened, or your surroundings. But now is the time for you to remember who you are. Now is the time. You're listening to this message for a reason, especially if you're still listening. This is your time. So the way I like to do it, I wake up, write a few things that I'm grateful for. So I start my day feeling grateful and I end my day with gratitude. You know, at the moment, I try to write at least 5 things every time I sit down for my gratitude practice. You get to a point where, because you're doing it so often, all you see are things to be grateful for. Because your heart is then open and then you realize who you are and then you see. It's almost as if the curtains were closed and now you're opening up the curtains to see the light that you are, because your light gets reflected upon this life, and the life then also reflects the light back onto you. And you can measure this by how people act towards you. They may not even know why they're drawn towards you in this way, but they just know that they're drawn towards you, and it's your light that's pulling them in. Like I've seen this time and time and time and again with regards to my own life. So yeah, now is the time. This right now moment is the time. It is time to allow your light to shine through. That's it for now. If this message resonates, or you think there's someone it might resonate with, please feel free to share. Comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you feel called to. My name is Aisha Bojang, and I'm just here to serve as a reminder that who you are is amazing, that who you are is love and light.